Just like I look like I'm 16, 17. I still get it. I still do.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So
I think it's the height.
So what is, I think you also kind of have a baby face a little bit too.
When I tell them like I'm flexible, they're like, what can you do? I'm like, well, don't worry about it. I'm very positive, very, very, very positive. But if there's no like outcome in it, if I'm not getting anything out of it, I'm not doing it. But the experience.
So we'll skip over the sex question part because you didn't answer.
I did. I got my resources from the Bible himself. So the actual person that was a prostitute in the Bible, she actually was leading me in certain places.
Okay, so you're saying you did do that,
yeah,
but you did it through the scope of the Bible.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. What's up, YouTube? So, guys, we got merch. Make sure you go to AtlantaStreetInterviews.com and grab one of the newest drops. The merch is popping, so make sure you go get it now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. If you love the channel, or if you just like the message, Homeless Lives Matter, we all have a story. Or I love Atlanta Street Interviews. Go right now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Get one for your auntie, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your nephew, your frenemy. Get one for everybody. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Go cop the merch. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So guys, apparently this is an update, but I don't think we got into it fully enough last time, and I don't quite remember your story, so we're gonna jump into it. So first and foremost, are you homeless?
Yes, I am apparently homeless.
Okay, so you said that you was off the streets for a little while.
Yes.
And I guess you was in hotels or whatever?
Yes.
Okay, how long was you off the streets for?
Enough to take care of myself and to actually gain some weight. And
yeah, I see you gained a little bit of weight, a little happy weight.
Yeah.
A little heavy weight.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Actually get enough sleep and to maintain a journal a little bit to what are my next steps, what I'm going to do, and the places that I need to go to for actual resources that are going to help me get off the street.
Okay, so because what you're saying is you got enough time to kind of reset your mind and kind of get back a little bit straight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how long was you in the hotels for?
Maybe 2-3 days, and then I'll change. Then I might go to my uncle's house, I might go to a cousin's house, or I might stay with my parents or something.
Okay. So, and how long have you been homeless overall?
I'll say since I was about 18.
And how old are you now?
I'm 32. I just had a birthday.
Oh, is that right? You a Gemini?
No, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. So it was a little while ago. Okay, I got you.
Yep.
Shout out to all them Tauruses. All right, happy belated birthday to you. Okay.
Happy earliest Father's Day.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And my birthday. My birthday's next week.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it.
More.
I appreciate it. All right, so you've been out here for a while. What was it that caused you to become homeless at 18?
Being on the wrong path and not trying to finish school. My parents, like I said before, my parents try to warn me. They try to warn me, and they try to do the best they can of nurturing me and knowing they actually gave me skills. Good thing I have two good parents.
So you grew up in a two-parent household?
Yeah, I mean, my father's not my real father.
But it's your stepdad. It's your dad.
No, he's my father, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
He has a daughter and 4 kids after. So
okay.
He did a real big commitment. Pretty much everything that my dad would do, he pretty much raised me.
I get it. And so you were the oldest, it sounds like.
Yeah, but my sister's older than me. She's older than me mentally. She has a son.
Okay, but older than you.
She's older than me mentally.
She's age, though.
Yeah, she's 28.
No, I get what you're saying. She's more mature, but you were the oldest as far as the siblings? Okay, got you.
I'm the oldest.
I'm just trying to figure out what childhood was like, okay?
Oh,
okay, so two-parent household, you were the oldest. Did you ever what was your biological dad? Did he have any involvement in your life?
My dad did 6 years. So pretty much he just came home, you know. My parents was like, okay, you could talk to him. I was kind of sheltered. I didn't really want to talk to him because I was kind of used to my dad. But I did give him the option to want to be in my life. But it seemed like he didn't want to be in my life. He was trying to focus on his. But you did what you did. You made me come on. And,
how did that make you feel?
I mean, I can't do nothing about my dad. I mean, his dad's dead, and his son's, well, not his son. I'm his only child. His brother died, and his dad died too. Not too long ago.
Well, I'm asking you though, even when you was a little girl,
I still talk to him. I keep it I talk to him even if I have a boyfriend. My boyfriend gets on the phone and talks to him. He snitches on me and everything, playfully.
Right.
I
get it. Yeah, y'all have somewhat of a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, and so growing up,
he doesn't support me at all. He doesn't. My mom talks about him really bad.
Did you end up going to high school and stuff like that?
I mean, I didn't graduate high school.
What was the highest grade?
The 11th grade or 10th grade.
Why'd you drop out in 10th or 11th?
I didn't really graduate because they didn't really, when I moved to a different school, because I was 18 and I went to a different school, my cousins, they didn't really, you know, force me like my parents
Why'd
would.
you move at 18?
Because I wanted to reach out, because I have cousins. My grandmother's down there. My big mother, my mom's mom, before she passed away, she was out living out there. I have cousins out there in Louisiana. Like, these are my cousins that I grew up with. Like, we're all from Michigan. Like I have cousins. They've been there. Their kids were born there.
I get it. So, but I guess the point is,
it's like my second home.
10th or 11th grade is like 15 or 16.
No, yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying,
I was 18 when I was moving.
When you moved to Louisiana.
Yeah, because my birthday's at the end of the school year.
Okay, I got
my
you.
My sister's at the beginning of the school year, and I'm the end of the school year. That's how we kept up with it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask. When you was younger, did anything like ever happen to you, like any type of sexual trauma or anything like that?
I mean, yeah. I got molested by my cousin.
By your cousin?
Yeah, he's in jail. He has a son. Yeah.
Is he in jail for what he did to you, or?
No, I don't think he's in jail because it's me. I mean, you read what you sow what you read. But hey, at the end of the day, he's gonna get blessed again, and he's not gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be forgiven. So
what age were you when that happened?
I don't remember. You gotta remember when you do bad things, the good things in your head that tell you not to use those good things. Mm-hmm. That's whatever, or the higher power you believe in, or yourself telling yourself, because this is tools and stuff how you grew. You know what I'm saying? How you turn 1 year old, 2 year olds. This is how you got taller. This is how you got bigger teeth. This is how you changed and got bigger in some places. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
But some things will stop your growth, but you just gotta remember that as long as you tell yourself, okay, you know you're good, you know right from wrong. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know. I had good parents. Thank God I had good parents.
So right, I'm trying to figure out like some of the things that may have happened when you was younger, right?
So, I mean, as far as me being molested by my cousin, my parents they didn't know about it, so there's nothing really.
Well, I guess I'm trying to figure out how did it come to happen. Like, were y'all like spending the night at grandma's house or something, or were you spending the night at your auntie's house? Like, how did that end up happening?
I think because I was staying the night over a family member house, and that's how it happened. Or somewhat about, or it was my cousin and my cousin. They were saying things because they're badder than me. They're going through a lot.
Is your cousin older than you?
Yeah, they're going through a lot of money trauma right now. Like my cousin, her brother, his sister, she's actually going through money trouble right now because of how nasty she was, period.
So she used to be nasty to you when you was younger?
She has a, disgusting mouth, you know what I'm saying? Even though I might not hear what she says, but, a bad person is a bad person,
Yeah, energy can be felt, that's for sure.
Yeah, and you can tell by their tone and stuff, too.
Oh, he didn't just give me a ticket, did he?
That guy, he's on the police.
Okay, no, he didn't.
You can't give me a ticket right there.
Yeah, so...
Even if it did say no parking right there, that means even if it does say no parking right there.
So, okay, so that happened to you. And what age were you when that happened?
I was probably like 9 or 10.
Okay, was it a one-time thing or was it ongoing?
It was like a one-time thing as far as I can remember, the latest memory. And then I remember my dad like being really mad at me because I never used to get whoopings a lot. But like really one time I got so scared, like I put on a bunch of underwear on, and then like, he's like, well, take them off, and then he like literally whipped my butt.
Why was you getting whooped?
Because I did something bad.
What did you do?
I don't know, because I don't like when I was younger. Now I'm open to talk about it. Mm-hmm. But when I was younger, like people were like really odd towards me. They're like, I wouldn't speak, because I can just certain things I just know about a person, and like when a person before they come up to me, that's why I'll cuss them out or something. Like, or I'll just like walk away because I know either
the energy's already off.
Yeah, because they want something from me, or I know something, but they're not telling me and they're beating around the bush, which I know it's something either bad or good. That's why I stay away. It's like God's telling me, like, look what's going on.
Okay.
Pay attention,
So
it saved my life a lot. Like,
yeah, because if you've been, okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Did anybody ever find out that happened when your cousin did that to you?
I don't think nobody knows, but I think my auntie, his mother, and his sister, like I said, and his brother, which he has a son. The girl, she doesn't have a son, but she does. She's having financial problems right now, and her father passed away, and some of her other family members, because she doesn't have the same. She's married in our family. She's not really. She's a half sibling.
I get it. Yeah.
She's married in. That's my real auntie, but her dad is, she's married in.
Okay. So that happened to you, because I'm trying to figure out what effect do you think that had on you?
I mean, me not knowing no better, I didn't know stuff about that because my family.
Were you like a virgin up at that point?
Yeah, no, I lost my virginity at 16. But I mean, I tried, the way that went about, I tried to pray to make, like, if it did come, I can just stop it from happening. But it didn't quite work out. But he did show me certain things in my life that I was better preparing, even though I did have my parents. Because my parents, they would take me to church. I read the Bible at a young age. And I prayed a lot. So certain things I wouldn't do, like being loose. Like, I don't, like, growing up, you couldn't tell that I was fat or skinny because I would wear clothes overweight.
Right, you'll wear big clothes. I got you.
As far as I don't wear shorts. If I do, they're capris or they're lower, and they're much bigger. I barely wear tight. If it's tight, that means I'm exercising, I'm working out, and I'm doing yoga.
So, and I get that. That's how you grew up. But at any point out here, did you resort to doing sex work and things like that?
Actually, jobs. I had a total of 3 jobs, which was really hard for me. I do know how to do resumes and fill out.
Right, but I'm asking a yes or no question, okay?
What's the resume?
Okay, it's a yes or no question.
What's a yes or no question?
Did you do sex work when you was out here?
Sex work, as in what? As in stripping, as in
so there's a lot of
porn,
things,
or as in
all of those are sex work. So stripping, porn, or just selling yourself.
Actually, a stripper is an entertainer, and you're talking about escorting. I don't think that's a real thing, because I'm not a sugar baby, and I can't tell if a person is doing something that's for friends with benefit. That's not the whole. This is the difference between me and them. Mm-hmm. My line of details of where I got mine from is from the Bible itself. So when that person who actually was next to Jesus, and she said what she said, and she was what she was leading me certain places in my life. So was Jesus, so was God. Because when I say he, I don't mean God as in he, I say he as in Jesus. That's how I speak. Like, and my English is not very English. You can tell who I've been around, who's been traveling.
I think you got pretty good English.
No, my English, I'm from Michigan.
Yeah, they speak English in Michigan. I got people from Michigan.
Not to be funny, but I like your how do you say your
accent?
No, your
energy, aura.
Yeah. And it's called, you know how when you have a trouble time and you try to do an icebreaker? Yeah, that was a good icebreaker. I give myself positive speeches and everything. I'm very positive, very, very, very positive. But if there's no outcome in it, if I'm not getting anything out of it, I'm not doing it. But the experience.
So we'll skip over the sex question part because you didn't answer.
I did. I got my resources from the Bible himself. So the actual person that was a prostitute in the Bible, she actually was leading me in certain places.
Okay, so you're saying you did do that,
yeah,
but you did it through the scope of the Bible.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Of donations, because you can donate. You know, there are people out there that actually torment me too. You know that, right?
What age, real quick? Because there's a lot of demons out there. There's a lot of demon energy out there.
No, we're in human form. Spiritual warfare is different.
Oh, I know. I deal with it all the time. They're
in the flesh fighting too. And they'll jump through you.
Oh yeah,
and
they'll jump from flesh to flesh. Got to be girded up.
That could be you fighting. It could be you when you're praying. When you're praying, or you can be already blessed. It just depends. I'm not in your shoes, so I don't know, and I don't want to lie about your life or anything like that, because I'm very.
Well, I want to ask about your life, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
no, I don't reach.
You've been on your own since 18.
Yeah, 18.
But it sounds like you was in Louisiana for some point.
The first guy that he actually came up to me and preferred me. He's like, "Here, you can have some money, but I'm gonna sue you for this." The next time,
and that was for sex.
Yeah, he gave me a few dollars.
How old were you the first time?
I was like 18 or 19. I think this is after I got my first tattoo. Because I actually moved back to Georgia, but the second time I did it, I actually made $200, and that was like just me walking. And that was on my own, because I do it on my own. Every time I try to gather up
with like a pimp or whatever.
No, it's really not a pimp. It's like I can't say that's a pimp. It's more like a mentor.
Mentor / coach.
You just gotta have you have to have the right people around you, and you have to have God around you, and then you have to pray a lot.
So let me ask you, when was the last time that you did anything like that?
Like sexual favors?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't have my license to strip, but I mean, I did that before. That was pretty fun. I wanted to do porn too, but I was like, hell no. Because I seen how
why not porn?
No, because men out there are aggressive, and they're aggressive, and I don't like their aggressiveness. It kind of turns me off. Because I get a lot of clients that are your age, older than you, and younger than you. So that when I see, I can tell if it's a little kid. I can tell if it's an older man. Yeah, I'm very aware. So if I see a kid, I'm like, it depends on how they energy.
So you don't really like the young guys, but you like the older guys, basically?
No, I mean, like, because I'm 32. Like, what I look like when you're a 16-year-old, because, you know, some of these 16-year-olds look like they're 25 nowadays. Just like I look like I'm 16, 17. I still get it. I still do.
Okay.
I do.
All right. So
I think it's the height.
So what is? I think you also kind of have a baby face a little bit.
Dude,
too.
when I tell them like I'm flexible, they're like, "What can you do?" I'm like, "Well, don't worry about it."
Okay. So the long and short.
They're obviously not flexible.
Okay. But the long and short of it is that I guess because do you have any kids?
I lost my baby.
Okay. But how old was your kid when you lost him?
It wasn't fully developed. Okay. I actually was during this time. It's funny because during this time, I was going in and out of jail.
For what?
I can't even say because it has to do with my mental health. I couldn't fight it enough to actually speak what I needed to speak because I was going through a lot.
Well, looking back on it, you can't speak on it clearly?
As in wording my words correctly, yes, but actually using bigger words is because I'm bipolar. So I feel maybe 1 or 2, 3, a lot of emotions at once.
What age did the bipolar?
It started off as an anger issue, and then it raged on.
What age was like the first time you got that diagnosis?
It's been actually ever since I was a little kid. It's been like I had like not autism, but I just
you had different diagnoses.
I've been a loner. I'm quiet. I had an imaginary friend. I was always quiet growing up, so when I get in trouble, you know, whether it's school wise, you know, get in trouble like turn your card. Oh, you're going to SSI. I wouldn't tell them what I would do. I would just sit there and be quiet.
Do you think that some of this is because you know your siblings had their dad?
No, they're good. They're good.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that because you're kind of like the odd one out as far as...
It's never the odd one out. Because I'm just like them. You can see my personality on them, and you can see... Because they have my mom.
If your parents come across this video,
yeah,
what do you think their thoughts and their reactions are going to be?
They're probably gonna. If my brother sees it, he reminds me of Beast Boy. You ever seen Robin Hood Beast Boy?
I have.
Yeah, he reminds me of Beast Boy. My brother, he's funny, but he's the prankster. He's like the joker.
But what if your mom and dad see it?
What if my mom and dad? It depends. My real dad probably wouldn't give a fuck. But Charity, his girlfriend, she's of, she'll probably say unicorns or something funny or sparkles. But my parents, they probably would judge the hell out of me. Like, what the hell are you doing? You look crazy. And
do they not know that you're homeless?
Dude, my parents are judgmental. They're hardworking.
Right.
People.
So if they see you, are they gonna like rush out here and say?
No, they're like, hell no, Rita, I ain't driving up here and they late at night. You know I can't drive late at night. My mom. Let me tell you something. My parents have.
They live here in Atlanta.
They live in.
I mean, I don't have to say exactly, but they live in Metro Atlanta?
They don't live in Atlanta. They didn't want to live in the city. We moved out here for a job. My dad moved out here for a better life for us. So when he moved under my uncle's company, because my uncle, his brother, he owns his own company. Mm-hmm. So when he started working for him as a driver, then he stopped doing that. Then he started doing other things. Like, my dad is a hands-on person. He has worked on buildings. He has worked on cars.
I get that, but as far as them seeing you on YouTube or Facebook,
as far as they're going to judge the hell out of me. They don't care. Because you know why? Because they know that I'm a good girl, and they know that they've been around me good enough to raise me right. They know I'm not going to start any trouble. They know.
So they're not going to be shocked?
I mean, as far as if they need to do something about it, or what I should have, could have did, or the person should have did this and this, maybe, I don't know. Because me and my parents are not that close. They're my mom and dad. They're like, it's like messing with the Pope. It's like going to church, like sitting in a hot seat, like big.
Well, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be.
Those are my parents.
Okay.
My mom doesn't even know I stuck a boy in my house one time.
How old were you then?
I was actually engaged.
How old were you?
I was 18. I was 19. He was 22. He has my name tattooed on him forever ago.
Okay.
He actually went to jail.
Went to jail?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, miss. Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time.
And then, you know what? On another thing, we kept in touch. He's actually doing good, and he's a Taurus. He's actually smarter than me. He has the same ADD and ADHD, but he's actually quite faster than me, though.
I think you should definitely look to go to 10 Park Place.
10 Park Place?
Yeah, 10 Park Place is right up, it's a few blocks up the street, and I think you would definitely get some good help there.
No, they can't help people like me because
they help people with mental health.
I don't have a mental health. I have a reaction and a cause. You have to cause me to react. So you have to know me, trust yourself, and know that you can do better for me if you know what's good for me. Because it's like a parent, it's like a mother, it's like a parent-daughter thing connection.
I got you.
It's like knowing your child and knowing what to do for them right then and there when they're crying, that type of thing.
All right, miss. Well, listen, we appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
No, I need to find out how to get my Social Security because I'm actually making money right now.
10 Park Place, they will help you with all that.
They don't need to know they're not supposed to know my legal information.
Well, how are they going to help you get it?
Because I'm my own payee and they're playing games with me. It's a mind game.
So you get a check every month?
Yeah, I get Social Security.
But who gets your check?
I get my check. I just don't have ID. Why would I need an ID
okay,
for
got
Social
you.
Security? You know?
All right.
Unless they just want to know my information and have it on file. But they already have my information on file. I already been through 2 states to do SSI. I actually had to move out of state. Low income taxes on vouching on Section 8. I didn't find any out here. They kind of gave me the runaround, but I did find an apartment for $800. It was really low down budget, like just tore down. I actually had to move out of state to actually find an apartment. Brand new washer and dryer. Pretty much.
What state was that?
In Louisiana.
Okay.
It was $500. It was maintainable. I didn't like.
Well, listen, miss, I don't want you to ramble. Listen,
no, don't worry.
Listen, I could tell you a yapper a little bit. As my daughter would call. She calls me a yapper. But listen, miss, we really appreciate you. Okay.
That means you're smart.
I hope so. We really appreciate you.
You are smart.
And definitely wishing them the best. Okay, sweetie.
Yeah,
Make sure you have a good one. All right.
And you know what that means?
What's that?
You talk yourself in and out of things.
That's right. I sure do.
I've done it before.